Greetings everyone. This is the Quest Podcast. I'm your host. Siphosethu kamlambisi ugaba uciwa shuthi Thibono Singa. Umuntu omlambo umnqosini. Yeah, today's video is mainly focused on ZCC, Zion Christian Church. And we as a youth, we need to bring awareness and appreciate amasonto wethu. Re bana ba metsi re buswa ke moya. We are one. Whether I'm St. John, whether I'm Sione, whether I'm Utsana Komodise, we need to grow that culture of appreciating one another, not constantly fighting. Prophets never die. And as we all know that ZCC is one of the largest churches and which has a lot of members within the country and abroad in the neighboring countries like Swaziland, Namibia, Botswana, etc. So the Kreke, which is situated Mount Tabahone, Mamhamba Mabolo, Polokwane, Limpopo. And we get to realize and learn the culture Yamapidi and see that Mudimu ki Mudimu wa Mahau. Mhawa Mudimo ko fitlela, Mhawa Mudimu ki kwetsa e kaka, he salon fitlela na ke maketse fela. Ke ne ke tsamaya tseleng ya tahle go bana beso. Empa Modimo ke yena tla busitsa tseleng ya nnete ya bophelo. O re ke nna tsela nnete le bophelo. So zanini kimi nonke enithole imithwalo nenisindayo. Ngizaniphumuza. We need to embrace our churches. We need to, because of the churches now are under attack from the devil. So I urge you not to be deceived. And there will be storms. Should not focus more dipolelo ke mabitla bana beso. We need to always remember gore wena tshebeletso ena o tlhakane lona byang yo thusitse byang ka re dipolelo tsa batho di tlo nna di le teng. Dipolelo gore di o kgelogishe ngwana etso gore Satan a kgone go ipsina ka wena. Satan a kgone go bapadisha o be toy ya Satan because of lahlile tsela. So if you see gore kreke o tsenang ya o berekela, stick there. Block all the noise. Tswalla. Ba profeta ne ba bula puo ena reng tshwentsubele di oklap tsa moya a maashi dipere ba di apesa di oklap so that you focus o tsamaye tseleng straight o lebelle ko ya cause ho lebella ka mo ke menate le fase ngwaneso. It's destructive. That's why ke tlo leballa le lengwalo ha re buke kgwetha ga re buka Matthew 24, and that's a prophecy. It's on go morena Jesu Mpulusi o re tswaletseng yena. Mpulusi ona re tswaletseng profeta ba rona tshebetsong ya moya. O re ke a tsamaya impa ke le shile le teke le shia le moya go galelang. Leaving you with the Holy Spirit, the conqueror, the comforter. Oro wena Joshua moranune Moses o go sheile le tšhaba sena gore ngwaneso e tediše setšhaba sa morimo pele empatia ya mesebete. Be strong and be courageous. Qina o meisibindi lo fitla ditsotsane tsa lefatshe ba go lwesha empa wena tia ga re go thapelo tia. And then kreke ya lena ya le berekela because of it's something that you can resonate with. It's something that's connected to, because of, as you can know, Christianity is something that was institutionalized. So I can sit here and bash the prophet or no, and they've managed to mesh Christianity le Zion, mesh Christianity le Apostolo, so that it gives us something, it makes sense to us. Re kgona go bina dipina tse they make sense to us. O farafarilwe ke mang a diketekete umpo yo 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 erape umpo. So South Africa is rich and we are vast and diverse people. And you get that feel, you get these people like they embracing the culture, they've added it go tshebeletso gare go kereke ya bona, and it's fine. We enjoy it. Batho ba ne moya malopo, and then it caters for them. Different people ba bang ke dibini, go ne dikhwara ba opela, so that re kgone fall us moyeng. The important thing ya o tla kerekeng, it's for us to re godise tumelo ya rona, re fole moyeng, re tlhakana le mathata a mantši gare go tsela, gare go leeto, empa re phegelela, and re phegelela go fitlhela bofelong. Ke lengwe le ke tlo lebala le gone mola mo bofelong, gore botlhe ba tlo phomelelang ke batho ba tlo phegelela go fitlhela bofelong, gare ga dipolelo, gare ga dinyefolo, batho ba go jikela ba o penta. They will paint you. You must know that they will paint you mo social media, ba bolele hampe ka kereke ya gago, ba tia wena, wa tseba gore yo berekela, wa tseba gore you thušitše kang. You know the connection you have with your church, irrespective of your church. And we should not sit here and judge each other, but we should find each other and love one another. So I'm gonna read Matthew 24, and then I'll have some words. I'll try to get into the word and discuss or why. Matthew 24, Jesus speaks of the destruction of the temple. Verse 1. Jesus left and was going away from the temple when his disciples came to him to call his attention to its buildings. Yes, he said, you may well look at all this. I tell you this, not a single stone here will be left in its place. Every one of them will be thrown. Troubles and persecutions. As Jesus sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him in private. Tell us when all this will be, they asked, and what will happen to show that is the time for your coming and the end of age. Jesus answered, be on your guard. Do not let anyone deceive you. Many men claiming to speak for me will come and say, I am Messiah. They will deceive many people. You are going to hear the noise of battles close by, the news of battles far away, but do not be troubled. Such things must happen, but they do not mean that the end has come. I just want to stop here. I just want to stop on verse 6. Speaking about Messiah, ba profeta ba maaka, ba batlang, they're masquerading as prophets, and they claim now, no, while they know their aim is to destroy, to kill, steal, and destroy. While they know aim ya bona go thuba malapa. While they know hore aim ya bona it is to destroy gore o ska phomella sekolong. While they know hore agenda ya bona gore ba usha kereke, dira tsa kereke. People should know go ne dira and dira tse kgolo dira di ka mogare kereke bana beso. We should not be deceived. Di ka gare dira di tseba Bible, di bala Bible. That's why I urge you to bala Bible. Ka nako e nyane le kgolo balang Bible bana beso. Balang Bibele. So that le kry ditaba tsena, because of these false prophets ba tsena ka mara tshebeletso ba persona le leno, empa morero wa bona go go senya gare go ditemple tsa Modimo. A utlwe le hlogo ya ditaba mo, Jesus speaks of destruction of the temple, signs of the end of time. Tempele bana beso ba e senya ba profeta ba maka, ba ntsha ditaelo tsa maka tsa go senya tsa bana ba Modimo, tsa go destroya bana ba Modimo. Ba sa nyaka go bona ntho e pila. Next, they don't want to. So we need to be aware, we need to be cognizant of these people. They'll come and claim to be Messiah. Hey, na ke kgethilwe ke legodimo ba profeta. But tshwantse re thute o testa memoya, re ska na dumela fela. And question things if you don't understand. I mean, a bigger church like ZCC, like St. John, it is a proper structure. So if you see with this thing, this person in Tampuzanyona doesn't make sense, you need to question it. You need to even go and report if I make sense, so that le ba safe. Some of these prophets, they destroy people. Ba nyaka go robalela basadi ba batho, batho be malapa batho, ba pusha ke madimoni. They are lustful. Ba ne ditakatso tse ntšhi, ditakatso tse ke tsona tse di ba senyang. And then once that person ira that act ya bobe, and then I've made a video ke bolela gore as a church member, whether St. John, Modise, ZCC, you are an ambassador now of the church. Wapere badge e se leswao, wapere kefa, wapere uniform. When you do bad things, especially wapere dilo tse sa ba profeta, sa bagolo ba rona ba re ba hlompang ka mehla le matsatsi, o dira those bad things, and then they're not gonna say Mamang Wirile, they were gonna say Musion did this, St. John did this, Mazalwane did that. So we should be aware of that, and will be criticized. Lefasa ke la rata ba hloile Jesu Kristo rena re bo mang? Jesu Kristo o sutlhegile ga kaka, rena re le bo mang rena mo lefaseng? Ka re go a lwewa. The destruction of the temple and the end times, the signs, we see them now. Let me carry on from 7. Countries will fight each other, kingdoms will attack one another, there will be families, famines, and earthquakes everywhere. All these things are like the first pains of childbirth. Then you will be arrested and handed over to be punished and be put to death. All nations will hate you because of me. Countries now are fighting one another. That's capitalism, socialism. So let me tell you this, how I approach life now. When I'm at home with my family, I'm a communist. I share things with them. We share all the important things, the values. We can share clothes, we share resources. And then when I'm with my friends, colleagues, I become a socialist. And then When I'm with strangers now, I become a capitalist. Why I become a capitalist is because of Abantu now. I don't want people to play with my time. Others will use you. So we need to value time. Nako ya rona. I'm standing here in front of a mic, in front of a phone, creating this content, which I know some yabantu bazoyithanda, but others they will fight it. I'm putting out myself out there to be criticized, to be ridiculed, but I'm doing this because of the passion. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm not doing this to push propaganda. I'm not sent by anyone. I'm being called by uNkulunkulu ukuthi you need to serve the higher purpose, which is bigger than me, way bigger than me. I'm nothing. I'm just a fallible person. Isoni. Mosenye lefatsheng. Ke kao ke kopa swarelo ya dibele melato. Mo ke sitwang Modimo. Ba le nna mpone wa ntseba o tseba mafokodi aka. Tataise modisha molemo. Ga re go tselena le moyepa. O be le rona Mesia Ramasedi. So nations will fight nations. You see the fight now of South Africa for Russia. You see the fights which are happening over Congo, fighting for resources now. Remember the Berlin conference, the Berlin cabal, where South Africa was being put on the table. The likes of the Belgian King Paul Leopold, they came and caused so much atrocities to the Congolese, chopped them, their hands, because of the minerals, the ivory, the rubber, the gold, you name all those resources. Congo, the richest country on the planet, but yet their people are so poor. Why? Because of there's always war, there's coups there. People are fighting each other. And this thing is being programmed and is being planned that Africa now has become this factory, has become this farm, has become this orphanage where everyone comes and loots and loots and loots. And our politicians are being put there as managers of this orphanage called Africa. Orphanage factory called South Africa. It's sad. It's sad how our ancestors suffered and yet we're still suffering. Low unemployment. We're suffering a lot. Namisebenzi, killing each other. We are being segregated, being put in these concentration camps called townships, in which in this township, this thing is psychologically draining now. We're fighting each other. We're hating on one another. The signs of the end times. When Muso Tsoela Muso Mo, the DA is fighting the ANC. The Patriotic Alliance is fighting Action SA. All these parties are fighting. And all these parties are being captured by the capitalists, by these oligarchs who continue building these oligopolies. They monopolize everything. And they hoodwink the poor masses. Promise you a future that will never come. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. The battles, and there will be famines, there will be earthquakes. What happens in the floods, and all this will be like the Bible says, it will be like the first pains of childbirth. Most of you will be arrested, will be prosecuted, How many of y'all ba bakae masione ba bakae mapostolo ba swarang ba sena melato ba bakae ba sione ba bakae mapostolo ba ba trendang mo di social media ba sa dira selo? Yes, they are who ba sa tsamayeng ka tsela, but there are others ba te rapella ba bitša o mogolo wa matšatši ba bitša modimo wa thaba sione, but still ba tlo ba lweša go rapela modimo the way they know how, the way they don't want you to know your identity, to have an identity. Therefore, we need to always be aware that, and always think about the quote and the words Zaka Marcus Masaya Gavi when he said, a people who don't know their past, their culture, their origin are like a tree without roots. We need to know where we come from. We need to work on ourselves, the inner engineering. Modimo ke modimo a leng ka gare ga wena. Bobe bo botlhe bo re bo dirang re bo latlhe re boele morago. Before o lebella batho ba bangwe, you need to work on yourself now as a person. That's what I call an inner engineering. Work on yourself. If na le hloyo bereka khopala modimo a ntshe pelo ya letlapa. Take it away. And then o tsene pelo ya mosa, pelo ya lerato. Kgona rata magelwana. Kgona rata bana ba geno. Le wena o ithate. So that o kgona wa mogela gore modimo nna dimpho tša mphileng tšona ke tšekwi. Then tsa ba bangwe a dimpatla di nkene felo. Now re nyaka dilo tša batho, re lwa le batho, e nyaka o profeta, e nyaka o ira, e se neo ya gago, nyaka neo ya gago, o tsamaye ka neo ya gago. Naga neo ya gago se yone. Boela morago botsise gore ke wena mang wa ga mang, o fitlhile bjang mokwi. Then you will appreciate. Look at the history of the church. Look at what Engenas Lechanyana went through. Look at what Edward went through. Look at how the split happened from Engenas and from Edward and Joseph. How the church now got separated into two. People should be the basic knowledge. I'm coming here as a non-member, but I'm passionate. I love history. I'm a historian. I love people. I love churches. I don't discriminate against them. Black people are going through the most. They are being hated the most. They are being ridiculed. They are being muzzled. They are not being given opportunities anywhere. And that's why I made it an effort. The little that I can do, I'll share the knowledge that I have with you so that we can all win. We can all build as South Africans. So when you look at this, you'll be prosecuted. They will fight you. You'll be handed over. You'll be punished. God be remembering prophets like Abu Stefano. Ngwaneso go jara sefapano sena. Ngwaneso go para kubo yena. O hloma betšhe ena wa para kefa yena. Know that you've declared war. Dira manava. Sebetsing ya matsogo mo hotle. Wo tsamayang, they will fight you now. And it's not a physical, but it's a spiritual. As the book of Ephesians chapter 6 speaks that it's a spiritual warfare against the rulers of the darkness, against principalities. So we need to be aware that they will fight you with tiramoto. Because of some of you, when you were still young, they could see the potential. Sera, Satani, friends, families, aba mind tsamaya ba go nyakela ba yo butsisa ka wena hore bophelo ba bo eme bjang. When they see that o tlo ba le bophelo bo right ba block, they don't mind ba tsamaisa le thokoloshi so that o ska nyalwa. It's sad. Anything you try to build ya senyega. Ya sekolong, go to university, you get it, that degree, that diploma, but you can't find work. Because I don't know I don't know gallivanting all night. Be sure something which was done way before by so-called family, so-called friends who hate you to the core, who want to destroy you. Who pull out Joseph? Don't tell anyone your dreams. Don't tell just anybody your dreams. People are evil out there. They have greed. They are envious. They'll sell you. They'll sell you. So let me finish off here. Then you'll be arrested, handed over to be punished. All nations will hate you because of me. Many will give up their faith at that time. They will betray one another and hate one another. How many have betrayed their faith? Now. They will betray one another. They will hate one another. Sioni fighting against another Sioni. Mpostolo alwa le mpostolo mo. Mzalwane alwa le mzalwane mo. You will betray your faith. Something that is core to your life. People will denounce God. People have denounced God. Have denounced where they come from. They want to fit in to this Eurocentric lifestyle. They want to fit into this Western culture, which promotes homosexuality. I'm not against homosexuality, but those are the things they will push. They will push things that will destroy you. They'll push you to hate yourself and take the Lotsalona, commodify them. Take your stories, make movies. They'll send CIA's agents here to to spy and make movies. Write books. Where are the writers? We need to write our own books. We need to make films about the stories. Older people, I'm challenging you today, Guti. Write books, share the stories, document. Now we've got phones, record this knowledge. Now we're suffering, we have to go all over the place looking for this information. Give us the info. You guys are walking libraries. But so the rutambana di pegu. It's one of that thing, or ruten di pegu. Nega ser shifela ka inheritance ka dikoloi ka dintlu. No, we need knowledge. My people die. The book of Hosea former. My people die due to the lack of knowledge. Not lack of money, not lack of clothes, not lack of wisdom, but the lack of knowledge. Tsibo, ulwazi. So that you can make decisions as a right, proper decisions. Proper decisions. My people die. Sneaking that knowledge so that ikwazi ukuthi sibambelele kiyo sihambe ngayo that knowledge. So yeah, we'll hate one another. People are fighting on TikTok. Prophets are fighting on TikTok. Zangoma ziyalo TikTok. Everyone wants to be famous. They're fighting. They want this fame. This thing, that's a drug called fame. DJ Black Coffee spoke about this thing called fame, that this thing is not normal. Being praised all over the world, all over the country. What does it do to you? Like, mentally, it's not normal. You need therapy. You need to speak to people that this thing called fame, yapela. And you must not let fame get to your head. Destroys fame. Fame destroys. Others are doing izinto eziphuma endleleni just because of they want reactions, they want eyeballs, they were searching for likes, they're searching for approval, but yet they're destroying themselves. What good is it for you to gain the whole world but yet forfeit your own life? Siza ngani ukuzuza mhlaba wonke but wena ulahlekelwe impilo yakho? Forfeit your own life for people who don't love you, don't care about you. When you want to please these people, they don't know you, these people from above. So these are your followers, not your friends. If you can go blind now, if you can pelula umsebenzi, if bangakuthakatha, where are these people? We need to think sometimes. We need to question things. It's sad living in the last times. Then many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Such will be the spread of evils that many people's love will grow cold. But whoever holds out to the end will be saved, and this good news about the kingdom will be preached through all the world for a witness to all nations, and then the end will come. Full stop. How many false prophets have came to this country, have came to the motherland, have came to eMzansi, eNingizimu Afrika Borwa, all over the continent? Fake prophets chasing after money. And then I blame the people of South Africa. Tina, we don't love God. Let me put it out there. And I know I'll be crucified by this, but it's okay. Let them crucify me. You don't love God. You want izinto zakaNkulunkulu. This thing is equivalent to